Good morning from Lincoln. We took a zero here. I went to go pick up Tina and Crutch at the trailhead. It's like Rogers Pass trailhead 2 days ago, but in the morning it was already drizzling. It was freezing. There was 100% chance of rain throughout the day. And the next day. So we decided to just come into Lincoln, take a zero, wait out the rain. Now there's like a 40 to 60% chance of rain today and tomorrow, but that's still better than dealing with 100% chance and like another 100% chance and then 60-40. So yeah, they're off. The Three Bears Motel, the people that run this place are super nice, super amazing. They actually gave Crunch and Tina a ride up, so that way they don't have to stagger, because it's an 18-minute drive one way. So if I drove them, someone would have to wait 40 minutes for the next person. So that's not the best. So it was great. They drove them up, and I just packed everything up. They're still gone. I'm gonna head over to another motel where I actually had some papers mailed to me from home. Then I'm just gonna run off, get some gas, and I'm heading off to Augusta, and I'm gonna meet them near Benchmark Campground. It's about 2 days, maybe 2.5 days hike from here. So I'll see them. Today is Thursday, so I'll see them Friday night or Saturday morning. Not sure. So I'm gonna head up there, and it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So I'd like to go hike up there somewhere today if I can. If I get there early enough, it's like a 2.5 hour drive. We shall see. You shall see. I'm heading northeast up towards Augusta, so I thought I'd swing by the trailhead for Rogers Pass. I thought maybe if there was a hiker, I'd give him a ride and go back. But I also wanted to show you this. This is actually quite interesting. So who knew that Rogers Pass here, I think we're just under 6,000 feet, had the coldest temperature in the contiguous United States. That's the lower 48 states. -70 Fahrenheit on January 20, 1954. That's crazy. You would think it'd be somewhere way higher, like 12,000, Colorado or something. But it's here. I mean, that's insane. Who would have guessed? Rogers Pass in Montana, just east of Lincoln. Yeah. Okay, so here's an interesting. The previous record before 1954 was in Yellowstone, Montana, -66 Fahrenheit. And before this 1954 setting, it was actually the coldest in all of the United States, including Alaska, until January 23rd, 1971. And somewhere in Alaska, Prospect Creek, Alaska, got -79.8. So in 1954 at -70 Fahrenheit, here at Rogers Pass was the coldest temperature in all of the entire United States, including Alaska. Crazy. There's a CDT up there, some signs. I don't see anybody, so I'll get going. Let's go to Augusta, see what that's like, and head over to Benchmark Campground. Unfortunately for Tina and Crunch, the clouds are a little higher than they were when they first got here Tuesday, but it's still pretty high. They're gonna get no views on their ridge walk today. They have basically about 22 miles of ridge walks, a lot of it just kind of ridge, and then it drops down every once in a while, but then back on the ridge. But they are gonna get no views at all. It's kind of a bummer. It's smoke or clouds, you know? On my way to Benchmark, I've just like been pulling into any random pullouts to see what the campsites are like. And this one is a nice one. It's super private. I've been marking them all on Gaia, but this one is super private. Like, it's all surrounded by trees. You hear a little bit of creek, fire ring, beautiful rocks, and it's just a muddy road up here. It's quite a bit off from the main road, so it's super private. And it's a huge open area. I mean, I think a camper could come in here if they can get through the initial road, just because it's kind of swervy and narrow and muddy. But the spot is huge. It is grizzly area, so I've got my bear spray. But man, this is a good spot. I'm thinking about just coming here and camp and maybe just meet Tina and Crunch tomorrow night. And I'll just hang out here until tomorrow afternoon. So private. This is one of the spots. I actually have like one of those trail cameras, game cameras, where you could strap it to a tree and it gets activated on motion, by motion. So I'm thinking like it's such a big open spot, I could just tie one way off and just record the whole area and see if any animals come by like while I'm sleeping. There's not going to be any other traffic, so we're not going to get too much miscellaneous except me getting out to pee and stuff. But I think this would be great. I could see all kinds of random animals coming upon this area. I mean, the woods are so thick here, it just pops up. And the mountains here create like a nice channel. And it's high up here too, so maybe a lot of animals just walk down here, like along the creek. Look at all the bark rubbed off there. I don't know if that's from deer or something. It's awful vertical though. Evidence that multiple people camp out here. It's like a huge, it's not even a spike, it's threaded, screwed in there. Wonder what people hang here, hammocks? Looky here. These are thimbleberries. They are not ripe yet though. I don't know if you can see, they're just kind of pinkish right now. They're called thimbleberries because when you pull them out, it's got a huge hole in it. You think the berry's round, but it's actually just the outer shell. There's a big inside part. Some of it fell right there. They're really delicate, so if you brush up on it, they actually fall off. It's a beautiful deep red color. In fact, I didn't realize, but we are surrounded by thimbleberry plants. They're all over the side here. It's pretty crazy. There's thimbleberry bushes just everywhere, all along there, all up there. It's so thick of them. I only see a few bright parts. Everything else looks like it fell off or got eaten already. I don't know if I've shown you this before, but this is how I see if my car's level. You can kind of feel it after a while, but this tells you for sure. It's just the Bubble app on the phone. I put it here, and generally 2 in any direction, 2 degrees is fine. 3 is when it gets uncomfortable. But with those rocks, it was 0.3, but now I got to 1.0 because the rock on the front right was much bigger. But that's close enough, and yeah, that'd be a comfortable night. Yeah, I found that I can park the car at 3 degrees, kind of towards the door, and I'll roll towards the door, and that's fine. Anything more than 3 and it's too much. Going the other way, if it's 2 or more, I don't like it because then you kind of slide off. The foam pad does kind of slide on the wood. So with the rocks, I got 1.0, which is perfectly, actually that's as good as I usually get it. But up and down, I prefer the feet lower than the head, but I can tolerate 2 or 3 degrees either way. Maybe 2 with the head down, 3 with the feet down. You kind of learn like what level of slant you can accept, and then you grab the rocks, and then the rocks help out. I was gonna grab my leveling blocks, but I didn't want to get them all muddy. So rocks it is. There's plenty of rocks around here, so it's nice. The sun's coming out, so I'm gonna lay out the other solar panel just to take advantage of the sun. There are a lot of trees here, so I think I'm only gonna get like 2 or 3 hours of sun. So gotta take advantage of it while it's there, especially when it's partially cloudy. It's gonna be weak, so gotta maximize solar input here. This is the tripod I've had for a long time, since maybe 2016 when I started making YouTube videos at all, or started recording YouTube videos, but I didn't really edit them together or post it. So I've had it for quite a while, and everything works so far, and I love it. It gets tall enough for what I need. But unfortunately, there was a plastic part here. The last time I used it, trying to record a Perseid meteor shower, it just disintegrated on me. So no matter what I do, like it won't really catch, or it catches when it's not supposed to. It's not working right. I don't know. Um, it's sad that it's just one little plastic part that just over age disintegrated, and I wish I can get this whole part replaced. All this works fine, and I like the lever locks. I don't like the spinning lock so much. And all this works really well. It just, this part, it'd be awesome to get another replacement plastic part, but I don't know where I would get something like that. So specific. And this is just like it's a Ranger model, but I think it's one of those typical Chinese models that get reproduced over and over under different brands. I'll have to get a new one. So I've been looking at other tripods trying to see which one I would like. I need to replace this one, so I'd like one that can go at least almost 6 feet tall. I'm 5'6", so my eyes are only about 5'3" or something. That's as high as I need it, but 6 feet would be useful. Sad that just because of one little plastic piece, this whole tripod might have to get replaced. Oh well. I am not looking for anything super light. This is actually 3 pounds, so I'm looking at 3 pound. This is not one I hike with. This is one I just generally use around a car for any videos. It's the most stable at height. I have other tripods that can get, with attachments, get that high, but it's super, not wobbly, but with a big camera on top, it will wobble with the wind, so not the best. So I need to replace a nice, heavy, sturdy, tall tripod. Oh crap, I was gonna lay out the solar panel, but I realized it's in ride configuration, so this is empty, there's nothing here. So my solar panel is not here. I need to move everything around first. So let's do that before we set up the solar panel. Let's set up the solar panel first, and then we'll do the rest of that. This is the first time I'm plugging it in since it flew off the ground and into the trees. I do see some new scratches on there, fortunately. Hopefully it still works as well as it used to. I'll just lay it flat because the sun's coming at an angle like this. And what I like to do actually is I like to check the app to see what the wattage is coming in right now. And then I'll compare it after I plug it in. 16 watts. Now it's up to 21 watts. Not the best. Not the best. 150 watts of panels and 21 watts input. Not the best. Let's get this done before it rains. I used to make hikers sit on this, then I got seat covers for the car. I still use this because the water weighs quite a bit and it's hard. I don't want to wear the seat cover too quickly. Here it is. Here's my little game camera. It's Primos. I had to reset it because I haven't used it until long. The batteries are dead, so I had to reset the time in there. And also I remembered one of the buckles were broken, so I had to replace it. I had to tie a knot with the new one, but it'll work. It'll work. So I'm gonna attach it to this tree here, and let's hope something comes walking by. I'm pretty optimistic. It's so secluded here. And there's game trails everywhere. Odds are I'm just gonna see cows because I see cow droppings here and there, but little game trails everywhere. So wish me luck, guys, girls, people. Here's my tree. I just realized it's so big it's gonna be hard to swing this across. I don't even know if my rope's big enough. All right, let's pick another tree. Here's another little trail for animals, probably cows again. I actually decided against that tree because it's at an angle. I'm trying to find a vertical, thin tree with good views of the area, with nothing in front of it. I have found if you have a lot of branches in front of it, when the wind hits it, the branches sets off the video. We don't want that. And that tree right there is dripping sap like crazy, so that's a no-go. I'd like it to be about this far back, if I can. Okay, there it is, and I think it's facing basically this field of view. Maybe that field of view, but that's where it's pointing right now. So I'm just putting a cell phone like right in front of it, flush with the face. So that should be good. The hardest thing with these cameras is remembering to grab it before driving off tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be excited enough to see what's on there tomorrow morning that I won't forget it. It's also green so the animals don't see it, but I'll forget it. Fortunately, it's not somewhere that I can't see it. It's not really super hidden, but there it is. I just have to remember to come out and turn it on later. It's pretty hidden. I can't wait to see something come by. This is what my hair looks like when I wake up. It's kind of messy. But I've just been walking around this campsite just kind of exploring, just looking at the trees. It's interesting. Some trees have big spikes. One tree has a bunch of staples. I'm guessing some people were shooting at it. They staple up a target. And I also walked down the road here. I was checking out this tree that's hanging there just to see how stable it is. It's so weird that, here, let me get closer. It looks like this tree just busted off right there. I don't know why that one. It doesn't look like human-made damage unless someone shot at it. But there's tons of trees around here. For some reason, that's the one that fell over. Could be because people shot at it. Although it's not like in movies, folks. You have to shoot it a lot before it falls off. But it got lodged here, and it's actually stuck in between these trees. And it's slowly pushing this tree down. So eventually, it might fall across. So I was looking at it. And I could saw through that if I need to, so I'm not too worried if it falls across the road here. And it looks like there used to be a tree there. I tried to figure out where the base was because all of it's gone, so I think someone cut down a tree and then took it for firewood. Although I don't know where all the branches are. You'd think they'd cut off all the branches and there'd be huge piles of branches somewhere. Lots of sawdust though. And the road goes way down there. I did find something else interesting though. I thought, what is that? But it's actually a lure. It's looks like a giant crayfish, or not a giant crayfish, but a normal sized crayfish. Look at the size of those hooks though. They must be trying to catch huge fish of some kind. I don't know. Too big for my little fishing pole. I'm gonna take this guy though, because it's actually in really good condition. I think someone did not toss it, they just dropped it. Because it's in really good condition. All the hooks are there. They're not bent out of shape. It just cut off. So I'll take this guy. Maybe someone wanted it too. The other reason I'm going to pick it up and take it is because I walk around in flip-flops and I do not want these stuck in my feet. There used to be a big rocky mountain you could see over there, but now it's just completely covered in clouds. Super low clouds. I forget the designation where like so many feet above ground is considered fog. I think it's 50 feet. But that is some low fog and we're not even that high. Tina and Crunch are much higher and they're gonna come down towards my altitude and they're gonna have no views again. By the way, when I'm looking for places to camp, I try sometimes, if it's not gonna be super sunny and hot, I like to be out in the open and away from the trees because then you don't get all the sap dripping on you, you don't get branches falling on you. So yeah, I like the nice, more open area. Plus I guess you get more solar. It's starting to drizzle now, I'm gonna go inside, try to pack this away so it doesn't skewer me at some point, and I'll talk to you later. Well, it's 2:42, time to leave camp. They're going to be in benchmark around 4, and it's at least a 30-minute drive, so I get there a little early. I got a few chores I need to do at the trailhead, so let's head out. Good morning from Augusta. We just left our cabin. It's basically a little house across this little bridge. Crunch, Tina, and I, we stayed there together. There were 3 bedrooms in there, but 2 big ones. So we did that. They got there a day earlier, kind of, than they thought they were to benchmark. So we wound up staying 2 nights. Originally, we thought if they get there really early, we'd go to an RV park and just camp out, tent out. But there's a lot of forecasts for rain. So Crunch got here first, and he found his cabin through the guy who drove us. And we were able to stay 2 nights. So it was really nice. It rained a bunch the first night, so it was really good that we did that instead of sleeping in a tent. But now oh yeah, the cool thing was, like, I got a picture of the house here. They have this yard, and they said every once in a while a grizzly bear comes in. So I set up a trail camera. I set it up all day yesterday and all night, and I haven't looked at it yet. First night, we saw a fox just walk through the yard, but I didn't have the camera aimed correctly. I just saw a bunch of deer overnight the first night. But so now I'm actually driving to Choteau, which is north of Augusta. And I'm going to head west along like Teton Fork River. And I'm going to try to camp out there and stay there 3 nights working, because there's going to be a lot of sun now. And try to see some bears, actually. That's been my goal. And then Frank, the person who's driving them right now, he said if I go to Dupoyer, and there's like a Dupoyer Creek, and you could see grizzly bears along the creek day or night. So I'm thinking about doing that a couple of times. Unfortunately, Dupoyer, you have to drive way out west along the river, but there's no public land, so you have to come back and loop back to camp out. So it's a tough one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I should do that and go back to camp, lose my campsite. Yeah, we'll see. So let's adventure on north. Maybe less than a week and a half left. It's crazy. It's hard to make out with the sunlight coming kind of towards us, but there's a bridge on the northern side of Augusta by the Wagons West, and that's where our cabin was for the last couple nights. Tina held her breath every time we drove over. It's the one on the right, not the one on the left. Pretty crazy. I went through this big rutted muddy road, and there was a trailer here. I don't even know if the person's coming back. It might have been just left here for like a hunting thing. I guess we'll call it taken, unfortunately. This is the spot I was looking for, because it's right by the water here, and pretty clear views, actually. This is a great spot. I'm gonna go back to a little further back. I found an okay spot as well. Pretty good spot, really. Not as good as this one. I can't believe the spot's taken with this guy. I can't believe he got this in there. Maybe when the road was dry, but there's a spot here. It's grown in, and it's too close to that other one, so I'll go back. Bummer. This road is muddy and rutted. Like, you wind up driving into tracks, even if you try to avoid it. You slide right in. It's crazy that camper's there. I'm still guessing it got there when the road was nicer. But straight ahead, I think campsite for tonight. I think it's not too bad. Yeah, it's right on the right side here, so it's just off the road, but it's tucked away. It's not as open as I'd like, so I'm not gonna get as much sun. And I was hoping to get some solar in so I can get some work done, but the river is right ahead. In fact, there's a little trail going to it, so hopefully we'll see something. So I'm here at my campsite just west of Choteau. It's an okay campsite. It's only disadvantage is I can't see the river, and also if someone drives down this road, their headlights shine right into my spot. but I'm a little tucked away. I kind of wish I had other spot. I was considering going camping there anyway, next to the camper, because I don't think anybody's there. But it's possible someone's going to show up later tonight. And then there's this road. I haven't driven down here because notice the plants in the middle. It's much more overgrown than the other spots, meaning less car traffic, because cars would shave a lot of this stuff off. But I got a video rendering now, so I got about 10 minutes. Let's just walk down and see what we can see. I think this does get closer to the river. The river kind of winds closer to this road. So maybe we'll hear something. Maybe there's a better campsite down here. I don't know. There's only one way to find out. I guess that's a good reason why not too many people drive down this road. The bushes suddenly growing on the sides and it goes straight to the river. So no good campsites here. I really do wish I had another one. I could be right by the river there. I don't know why, but this river has like this bluish green tinge, but it's super clear. It's not like crappy, muddy Chicago River green. It's like a really pretty green tinge to it. We're not even that high or anything. Oh, look at these rocks over here. So beautiful out here. By the way, that is the Bob Marshall Wilderness. It's just to the west of us. We are at the edge of the wilderness area. It's beautiful. Beautiful area. Back at Twin Lakes, I crashed this into a tree going pretty fast. I don't know if you could see just some green all throughout. It actually was stuck in the tree for a while and spinning it until it finally fell down. And I thought it was flying okay with this, but I think this crack has gotten a little bigger. And I think it's wobbling. I don't know. So I'm going to put on a new set. I had the Fly More combo, so I actually had 4 of each extra. But notice now this bag there's only 2 because I destroyed 2 now. And those apply to the corners there, and the other bag has the other set. And that's it. This just screws right on. Pretty easy. There's a little diagram on here. It says what direction to push to lock. And all you do is just kind of push it in and spin it that direction. And it's on. They made it really easy to put it on and off. But I think DJI got sued. I forget the company that sued him because they patented this locking design. And now you got to do something else. But it's so much easier just doing that than using a tool of any kind to attach it. But drone is perfect now.